Hey everyone, I'm Garrett Hallfish. Now, welcome back to another week of the Fish Tank. Last week, as you may or may not have known, Ghostbusters, the reboot, finally came out with their new trailer, their first trailer. And I don't think it looks very good. A lot of the internet agrees with me, a lot of the internet disagrees with me. But I want to give my reasons for why I don't like this trailer. Now, before I get into that, keep in mind, I'm kind of known for having really stupid reasons for not liking things, so let's go ahead with this. Now, first off, just watch the intro of this trailer. You see that there? That's a reference, very clearly, to the old Ghostbusters movie. What's the problem there? In many interviews, they have stated that this does not in any way exist in the same world as the other Ghostbusters movies. They are completely different. What happened 30 years ago never happened. Katie Dippold, the screenwriter, said in her own words, "One other reason to do it this way is today's scientists don't believe in paranormal anymore. And so to say ghosts have existed for the past 30 years, it's just a new world." Now that right there, that's called confusion. If the movie doesn't take place in a universe, don't make reference to that universe. The closest example I can think of are the Spider-Man movies. Now, the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man, all right, that's a universe. Now, the reboot, The Amazing Spider-Man, imagine The Amazing Spider-Man, the first trailer for that movie saying, 10 years ago, there was another Spider-Man, but now there's a new Spider-Man. They just wouldn't do that. You just completely pretend the other doesn't happen, and then you just go. There's no reason to bring up the past, but let's move on. The cast. I'm iffy on the cast. I think that there are some good people in this cast. I think there are some bad people in this cast. The ones I didn't expect to be bad are the ones I actually don't like. Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. For some reason, at least in this trailer, they feel out of place. They don't feel like they're playing whatever characters they're supposed to be playing. I feel like I'm just seeing clips from other Melissa McCarthy comedies, clips from Kristen Wiig comedies. They don't feel right. Whereas when I see Leslie Jones as Patty or Katie McKinnon as Jillian Holtzman is fantastic. She's easily my favorite of the four. She feels like that character. I don't know if it's just because they designed that character so well to her or what, but Patty and Jillian, they are just really well designed and they fully embody those characters in their performance to the point where the few lines that you hear from them, it makes sense. I mean, sometimes Patty's a little over the top, but it makes sense. Now, as far as the ghosts go, I'm actually okay with the CGI ghosts. I don't really care how these ghosts look. I actually think they look pretty nice, for the most part. I mean, because they mix CGI with real actors, and it kind of gives this great aura to them. But to hype up the ghosts in a way that does not need to be hyped up is a little bit ridiculous. Paul Feig specifically says, "We're playing with a ghost imagery that I don't think has been done before. Just the idea of how the auras are coming off them." Okay, Paul Feig. These are ghosts. Ghosts have appeared in movies many times. Your ghosts look very similar to most other ghosts. They're not that special. They're blue. That's about it. That's the difference. I don't know. So, to better explain my point, I'm going to cross-reference 3 other ghosts with the ghosts from this new Ghostbusters trailer. Exhibit A. These ghosts come from Haunted Mansion. Please take note that they are also blue. They are also wispy. They also look fairly similar. Now let's move on to Exhibit B. This ghost is from Crimson Peak. Now notice they are red, not blue. That's a big difference. But You can still see their ribs, the similarity there, and also they're wispy again. Very similar in appearance. Exhibit C, let's go back to the old Ghostbusters, specifically the librarian ghost. Now, while she is not as wispy, she has wispy clothes. Also, I should point out that both ghosts seem to be librarians. Similarities. So all I'm saying is, I can like your ghosts, people can like your ghosts, but they're just ghosts. They don't have to be like the main draw of your movie. I mean, I guess it's called Ghostbusters, but don't try to hype up their appearance more than they actually need to be. They're just ghosts. Now, continuing with the idea of ghosts, there's one specific scene I don't like in this trailer, and that's specifically when you have that really tall ghost just walking down and looking back. The problem with this ghost is that's where all of a sudden these ghosts just look really ridiculous. And I know that Ghostbusters has had some really ridiculous looking ghosts, but for some reason, that specific scene speaks to me in the same way that Scooby-Doo spoke to me. It speaks to me in the same way that Goosebumps spoke to me, which is that they didn't. And that's kind of an issue. Now, that's just a small segment of this trailer. For all I know, that could be a cool, epic scene. We just don't know. But that scene is where I was officially like, I don't like this. And I wish they didn't show it. Now, another gripe I have with the trailer is that while many trailers seem to show plot points, this one seems to show a plot point that is really not a plot point. Specifically, it has Melissa McCarthy saying,
"There's a bigger picture at hand here. These ghosts can possess the human form."
Hold the phone! What? Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? Ghosts can possess people? That has never been done in any movie ever. This is brand new. This is groundbreaking. The fact that a ghost can be inside of a human body, control them for a little bit, I've never even thought about that. It's seen everywhere. Why is that a major plot point? Why is that said with such gravitas that we should be like, oh my god, this is crazy? Now, granted, they then follow with some comedic hijinks, but to put that in that tone, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't meld with the rest of the movie. Now, I did like how the possession worked. The fact that she had like slime coming out her nose and out her ears, that was a nice effect. I kind of want to wonder how they stuck that in there. That I actually really enjoyed. Now look, I don't really know if this movie's gonna be bad. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I'm probably still gonna see it, but all I can say for certain is that this trailer is not good. And if you're going to reveal this movie that has been building momentum throughout the past year, you gotta open stronger than that. And Sony Pictures, please learn from these lessons. And with that, that's another episode for this week. Please let me know what you thought of the trailer. Maybe you loved it, maybe you didn't. Either way, let me know in the comments below. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at NerdMuchCom. You can also find us on Facebook via the description below. And please, if you enjoyed this video, even if you didn't enjoy this video, please hit that little red subscribe button below. It'll do us a big favor. I'll see you next time. Now let me tell you what really irked me. This is the mother of all points in this. At the very end of the trailer, all of a sudden everything goes black and it says, who you gonna call? Summer. And you're like, oh man, it's in a summer release. When is it? We don't know, but it's in the summer. And then right after the trailer ends, it then has a little bloop up that just says July 15th. Why not just put that in the trailer? You don't need to announce it's summer and July 15th. It's one or the other. Just one, please.